Good morning, everyone. We are about to present our research proposal on reading comprehension level of grade 7 students on new normal education. My name is Kimberly Jane Kotamura.
And I'm Shola Hanuhan.
I'm Roldan Silbosa.
And I am Grace Dayan Ito. Welcome to Chapter 1, the problem and review of related literature. In this chapter, we are going to present and tackle about research introduction, review of literature, conceptual framework of the study, statement of the problem, research hypothesis, significance of the study, and definition of terms.
Reading is one of the English skills which are essential to be mastered by students. Reading skills are necessary for students in acquiring knowledge and new information. According to Brown, that reading is the most essential skills in the educational context as it can be the assessments for students' general language ability. Reading comprehension is one aspect of language skills that must be mastered by the students. To be able to interpret and absorb information from reading material, students should have good understanding ability. Reading comprehension is required in each subject because each lesson is inseparable from the act of reading. Therefore, students are required to have good understanding capabilities.
In the Philippines, teachers are most concerned with the large number of children who may be implemented in their career path or social opportunities because they have less than the sufficient reading skills that are required to meet the demand of an increasingly competitive economy. Current difficulties in reading are largely indicated by the rising demands for literacy. In a technological society, the demands for higher literacy are ever increasing, creating more grievous consequences for those who fall short, according to Fountas and Pennell 2018.
Recently, Philippines ranked lowest in reading comprehension among 79 countries. Among 79 participating countries and economies, the Philippines scored the lowest in reading comprehension in the 2018 program for International Student Assessment or PISA. According to the result release, PISA is a worldwide study by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development that examines student knowledge is reading, mathematics, and science.
Reading program has been set up in all school divisions, both public and private schools. However, the programs are not enough to develop students' optimal reading habit. Thus, it is unfortunate to note that despite efforts and different programs launched by the DepEd to ensure that children in every grade level are equipped with reading skills, actual statistic has been indicated that students promoted to high school cannot reading a simple word. Example, so-called struggle readers. The learning phase of education in the Philippines shifted in different approach due to global pandemic. Thus, the concern of the researchers is to know and measure its changes with regards to learners' comprehension and reading skills, knowing that face-to-face instruction is prohibited that will draw an underlying gap, especially for those students who are used to learn by the assistance of their teachers.
Sanders and Rivers 2017 stated that through reading, one can ponder the mysteries of the world, explore accumulated knowledge, and contemplate the unknown. Reading comprehension is one of the reading competency that every student has to develop. However, there are still students who are below the proficiency level of reading comprehension despite the reading instruction and strategies provided by the teachers for the improvement of the students' reading comprehension.
According to Pang 2018, reading is defined as understanding written text. He says that reading consists of two related processes, word recognition and comprehension. Word recognition is defined as the process of getting how written symbols correspond to one's spoken language, while comprehension is the process of making the meaning of words, sentences, and connected text. He adds his statement that the reader who has background knowledge, vocabulary, grammatical knowledge, experience with text, and other strategies can help them understand written texts.
Flores 2018 emphasized that learning to read is one of the most important skills. With the ability to speak effectively and to write in a variety of forms and for a variety of purposes, reading competency can open avenues for upward mobility or economic opportunity. improve social status, increase personal pleasure, and enhance self-respect. Thus, the ability to read and to comprehend the printed work is a prerequisite to academic success.
One cannot deny the fact that hard of reading ability is a perennial problem in educational system. The existence of the coronavirus disease around the world has shaken the physical and mental well-being of the global citizenry. The students' populace in a particular faces added burdens and struggles in light of the pandemic due to the abrupt shift in learning modality and educational delivery to cope with the new normal. The reading process requires continuous practice, development, refinement. In addition, reading requires creativity and critical analysis. Reading ability is determined by many factors and requires the development of certain skills through early reading instruction to attain initial success and build on it. Reading comprehension is the ability to read text, process it, and understand its meaning. An individual ability to comprehend a text is influenced by his traits and skills, one of which is the ability to make inferences.
The Philippines Informal Reading Inventory, or PhilIRI, is one of the most useful classroom tools in assessing student reading ability. It is one variation of Informal Reading Inventory, or IRI. It is adapted in the context of IRI to help teachers determine the reading abilities and needs of their students in order to provide basis for planning their classroom instruction. It can give teachers information on the level of their students' performance in reading through actual observation. Thus, the IRI provides the teachers with a comprehensive profile of their students' ability of reading, whether orally or silently, including their reading habits or attitude.
In addition, Newfield 2018 and Mercurio 2017, as cited by Jude and Ahaye 2017, believes that to achieve reading comprehension, the reader should employ skills such as identifying the main idea of a passage, summarizing the context of a text, generating questions about the information in the text, and looking for clues that answer those questions. The researchers recommend that there be programs to augment and amplify each student's self-confidence and self-efficacy levels in learning online amidst COVID-19, so that both students and teachers alike may benefit.
These undesirable circumstances, combined with the health-related fears and uncertainty towards future, have brought a wave of negative feelings including frustration, boredom, tiredness, anxiety, stress, depression, and anger to students of all academic levels across the world. It is therefore crucial for the educational institutions to remain aware of the students' mental health and to take timely actions to assess them in addressing the issues associated with COVID-19 pandemic.
These serves and to know the reading comprehension level of grade 7 student on new normal education. A reading passage will be given to the participants after making and tallying reading miscues made by the participants. It will be analyzed based on the word recognition, comprehension score, and reading speed, and interpretation of the data will follow. After determining the results, recommendations such as reading intervention program and remedial reading activity will be introduced.
This study aims to determine the reading comprehension level of grade 7 student on the new normal education school year to 2020 to 2021. Specifically, this study seeks the answer to the following question. What is the reading comprehension level of the student in the new normal education? Is there a significant difference on the reading comprehension level between male and female students? What reading intervention and strategies appropriate in the new normal education?
There is no significant difference of reading comprehension level both male and female students. There are no significant effects of new normal education on students' reading comprehension level.
The results of this study would be beneficial to the following persons: school administrators and supervisors. Study would contribute to improved teachers' training program that answers the needs of the learners. Curriculum makers. The result of the study would help them to prepare and evaluate exciting language and teaching learning materials based on the learner's proficiency and design a variety of instructional materials. Researchers. The data would give adequate information for further studies. Language teachers. The information and their studies, reading ability would help in their planning of the strategy and enriching activities for improving reading performance. Students. This study would be beneficial and help them to assess their reading ability and would encourage them to grab chances to improve their performance.
The purpose of the study was to determine and assess reading comprehension level among grade 7 students. This study is limited to the grade 7 student of Malimuna National High School enrolled in the academic year 2020 to 2021.
To give readers a clear meaning of the key terms used in this study, the following were defined operationally. PhilIRI, Philippine Informal Reading Inventory. Reading comprehension is the ability to process text, understand its meaning, and to integrate with what the reader already knows. Frustration reading level includes text for which a reader does not have adequate background levels for a topic and/or cannot meet criteria for instructional levels of accuracy and grade. Instructional reading level is the highest level at which a reader is not independent but has adequate background knowledge for a topic and can access text quickly and with a few errors. Independent reading level is the highest level at which a reader has adequate knowledge for the topic and can access text very quickly and with very few errors. Think of an independent level as the highest level you would ask a child to read without help. Oral reading score. Computation of the oral reading score involves counting the numbers of miscues during the oral reading.
Welcome to Chapter 2, Research Methodology. In this chapter, we're going to discuss the research design, research instrument, population and research sample, data gathering procedure, and data analysis.
This study used the descriptive design. This method was appropriate in describing level of reading comprehension of the participants in the reading selection. The researchers will randomly select a participants from grade 7 student of Malimuno National High School enrolled in the academic year 2020 to 2021.
To measure the participants' reading skills on new normal education, the researchers will use DepEd PhilIRI, Philippine Informal Reading Inventory Reading Passage, specifically Prague's Lunch with 101 words, and to identify reading errors and miscues, the use of PhilIRI Form 3A and 3B grade level passage rating sheet.
In gathering the data, the researchers will ask permission to the principal of the school and to the school reading coordinator. After asking the permission, the researchers will conduct a house-to-house reading assessment of randomly selected students with permission of their parents or guardian. While administering reading assessment, the researchers will record reading speed or time and tally all miscues or error made by participants that fall on omission, mispronounced words, added words, substitution, repetition, hesitation, ignore punctuation, and reversal. Moreover, after reading 7 items, questionnaire will be given to the participants to measure their comprehension score. After gathering the data, it will be sorted, interpreted, and analyzed.
The data will be analyzed and interpreted by getting the frequency count and percent to determine the profile and the most frequent answer of the participants. Frequently count, percent. This will be used to analyze the data of the study on words reading, comprehension score, and reading speed. Weighted mean and standard deviation. This will be used to measure the reading comprehension of participants' different performance level based on their individual responses.
Once again, I'm Grizzly and ito
I'm Roldan Silbosa.
And I am Shella Hanuhan.
I'm Kimberly Jane Kutamura. Thank you very much for listening.